So we're here for our first episode of Ascot Asks of the flat racing season, and we're with Billy, Loughnane. First question for you, Billy, is what's your favourite time of the day?
I'd have to say in the mornings, getting up to try and find a speedy one in the mornings.
So you're more of a morning person then?
Definitely more of a morning person.
If you could pick one song to listen to for the rest of your life, what would it be?
I'm not too sure, possibly something by Calvin Harris. I quite like Calvin Harris.
Okay, so it's not too bad. Get you up and getting up early in the morning. It's quite.
Get up, going, and yeah, something upbeat anyway.
What's the best race you've won today?
I'd say the most prestigious race I've won is probably the Coventry Stakes at Ascot.
Yeah. And then when you're not racing, what is it that you like to do?
Racing's pretty full on. I'm racing sort of most days, but I do like go and play around a golf with my mates on the odd time that we get a day off.
You got a handicap?
I'm not very good. I'm not very good at all.
What's your proudest moment in the sport today?
Probably becoming champion apprentice.
Yeah.
A couple of years ago. That was yeah, proudest moment so far.
What is the one thing you find annoying in your day-to-day life?
Ooh. Probably sort of WhatsApp messages the whole time, having to reply back to everyone.
No, you don't want to dig anyone out who messages you all the time?
No, I'm not digging anyone out.
What's your bucket list race to win?
The Guineas or the Derby,
Yeah.
between them two, yeah, one of the classics.
Is that just one that you always grew up knowing about?
Yeah, I mean the Derby's like the most prestigious race in the world, and if I was able to get that on my list, I'd be very happy.
If you weren't a jockey, what would you be?
I'd like to say something to do with horses. I'm not sure whereabouts. My mum always wanted me to be a vet when I was growing up, so maybe something like that.
But what is your favourite thing about Ascot?
Ascot's a surreal track. There's always a lot of atmosphere and a lot of buzz around the place. So yeah, look, it's a great track to be competing at.
What was the feeling like? Oh, what was the feeling like when you came in and you realised that you had just won your first Royal Ascot race?
Yeah, well, my first win was very close. So I suppose the buzz was a little bit later, but when my number was called out, it was yeah, a great feeling.
And there was that great moment that you had with your mum and dad after racing. What was going through your head when you saw them?
Yeah, it was great to have my parents there. My dad came up to me on the way back in, and he was in tears. So no, it was yeah, a privilege to have them there.
Last one for this segment. What is your favourite place in the world?
I actually really like Dubai. I've been on holiday there a few times. Yeah, it's a really nice place.
Who is your sporting hero then, Billy?
Growing up, my sporting hero was AP McCoy.
Yeah? Not anyone in flat racing, it was a jumps jockey, was it?
Jumps jockey, yeah, AP McCoy. What he did was extraordinary.
Did you want to go into jumps then, or was it always?
No, I always wanted to be a flat jockey, but no, he was definitely my sporting hero.
What would your superpower be if you could pick one?
To fly or teleport, so I could get to places quicker and skip the traffic.
That is quite good. I like the sound of teleport. I don't know about flying, because you've still got the journey going, but teleporting could be...
Teleporting could be the one.
Could be the one. If you were deserted on a desert island, what 3 things would you be taking with you?
My phone.
Yeah.
Hopefully there was signal there. A Kinder Bueno. I love the white Kinder Buenos.
That's a good choice.
I don't know, maybe picture of my family or something.
That's a nice one.
Yeah.
Your first memory of being around horses or watching horse racing?
Ooh, my dad obviously trained, so
Yeah.
pretty early on. Being around horses, I can remember sitting on a Shetland pony when I was 1 year old, so
Yeah.
I'd say something like that.
If you have to pick somebody to be your best friend, or who is your best friend in racing?
I've got a lot of good mates that are jockeys. Johnny Pete's probably my best mate.
Would you rather ride Yates or Frankel?
Frankel.
Any particular reason?
I grew up watching Frankel destroy all his opponents, and yeah, I'd love to have a go on him.
He's not a bad horse to be able to ride with it.
Definitely not. I mean, yeah, look, he's a super horse and an even better stallion.
Who's the toughest opponent in the weighing room?
Ryan Moore.
Ryan Moore. Any
Yeah.
particular reason for him?
He's the best.
I mean, it's quite hard to compete with that, isn't it?
Exactly.
And last question for you, Billy. What is one thing that makes you smile?
Riding winners.
Brilliant. Thank you for that.
No problem. Thank you.